It is Monday. It's the 24th of June. I'm Monita Rajpal. This is CNN News Center live from Hong Kong, making news today. South Africans remain on edge as Nelson Mandela's condition remains unchanged right now as it stands as critical. Moments ago, South African President Jacob Zuma addressed the world's media and said he and his deputy visited Mandela in hospital last night while he was sleeping. Doctors told him the former president's health had deteriorated, but he was being well looked after. CNN's Robin is outside the hospital in Pretoria. She joins us now live. Robin, how significant is it that the president and his deputy visited Mr. Mandela? While all of this is happening, Graça Machel, his wife, Mr. Mandela's wife, has been by Mr. Mandela's side. How is the family dealing with this intense media attention and, you know, to some extent, some speculation as well?
Absolutely. Graça Machel spends the night here at this hospital. We know his other family, his grandchildren, his daughter often.
Thank you very much for that, Robin Curnow there in Pretoria, outside the hospital where Mr. Mandela is being treated. And, of course, do stay with CNN as we will continue to update you on his condition as and when we get it. For now, you are watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. Watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong, I'm Monita Rajpal. The man who leaked information about secret U.S. surveillance operations, Edward Snowden, is poised to leave Russia and is expected to head to Latin America. He flew into Moscow on Sunday. Authorities in Hong Kong allowed him to leave despite a request from Washington to send him to the United States. Now, Ecuador says he's asked for asylum there. Well, let's take you now to Ecuador, where we believe that Snowden may be headed. Adriana Hauser is in the capital, Quito. She joins us now live. Adriana, there's still a lot of unknowns here, a lot of speculation about Mr. Snowden's exact whereabouts, whether he's on the plane even, and is departing Moscow right now.
That's right, and if he ends up being here in Ecuador, it will have been a very convoluted route to get here. As you were mentioning, it was first from Hong Kong to Russia, maybe to Cuba, and from...
Now, some of the other stories we're following here for you at CNN News Center. Former Italian Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi's sex trial may be over soon. The court is expected to deliver a verdict today. Berlusconi is accused of paying for sex with an underage prostitute. He's also charged with trying to use political influence to get police to free her when she was arrested for theft. He denies the allegations. The Syrian conflict continues to spill across the border. 12 Lebanese soldiers have been killed in the southern city of Sidon. They were fighting followers of a Lebanese Sunni cleric, Sheikh Ahmed al-Asir. The sheikh has called on his supporters to back the Syrian rebels and wage war on Damascus and the Lebanese Hezbollah militia. 9 tourists have been killed in Pakistan by gunmen who stormed into their lodge in the middle of the night. The attackers also killed 2 Pakistani guides. The foreign victims reportedly were climbers at the base of Pakistan's second highest peak. A spokesman for the Pakistani Taliban says an affiliated group is responsible and that it was revenge for a drone strike that killed their number 2 leader last month. The trial over the killing of American teenager Trayvon Martin begins today in a Florida court. Jury members will hear statements about George Zimmerman, the man accused of fatally shooting the unarmed teen. Zimmerman says he acted in self-defense. There's more bad news for Boeing and its flagship aircraft. A United Airlines 787 Dreamliner had to be diverted on Sunday because of a mechanical problem. The flight bound for Denver and had to return to Houston because of an issue with the brake indicator. The plane landed without incident. It is the second United Airlines Dreamliner to make an unscheduled landing in a week. Well, efforts are still underway to reach thousands of people trapped in the mountains of northern India. Rescuers say as many as 50,000 people have been stranded by floodwaters, including large numbers of tourists and religious pilgrims. On very difficult rescue operations that are underway because we're still talking about ongoing floods, ongoing torrential rain, and landslides.
That's absolutely right, Monita. As you mentioned, there are 50,000 people who are still trapped, who are still waiting.
We're there in Mumbai, and on that note, with the thousands still in need of rescue, one question is, how were so many people caught off guard? Meteorologist Tom Sater is at the World Weather Center with a possible answer to that, Tom.
It's interesting, Monita. I mean, this is the time of year that, of course, they wait for the monsoon rains, not only for agriculture. Jumped an entire month ahead of schedule.
Okay. Tom, thank you for that. Tom Sater there at the World Weather Center. You are watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. Still to come. You are watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. Let's turn now to the world of sports, where there's a lot going on this week in London. It is one of the biggest events of the tennis calendar. Today is the start of Wimbledon, and in just a few days from now, the 100th staging of cycling's Tour de France. For more on all of that, Amanda Davis joins us now from London. A busy time for you there, my friend.
Indeed it is, Monita. Yeah, it's grey and wet here in London, so that can only mean one thing today, the first day.
Forward to that. Great stuff, Amanda. Thank you very much. You're watching CNN News Center. I'm Monita Rajpal, live at CNN Hong Kong. Thank you for joining us. I'll update you the news headlines in just a couple of minutes.